wretched, miserable Lord, and then choose to sit safely out of the sun, away from rays so blinding to the eyes, singing songs someone's already sung, averting days for life. But as the places he settles, anxieties will rise and part his soul as gentle born in mind. Now I'm like half of a hollow man's life, the love, the hate, the emotion inside. What's the point of trying if this end result of time is persistently inculcated in this life and drive controlled by digits final and weak? I know that I'm wild and sometimes that yes, it is fine. As well as state to rationalize, I'm needed in stay right. And yet you're alive with blocks of eyes. My mind can sign out, will avoid the storming temper, ironing like condemned. We are all both destroyed. But I know that 1 + 1 can't equal 2 if happiness is broke. Our truths are small, the sum must equal 1 if we're to find that golden hue. Falling down perfectly, I beg of thee, have mercy for me. I am just a fool, you see, I plead of thee, have sympathy for me. When the sound and you feel it start to rock, and you beg for it to stop, but you've already done your walks in a crowd. See how the mind tricks the soul into being something sickly damn cold. As you feel it start to slide and fester so slowly out until the point where it will finally die. Just in time to see what's gonna be. Do what you want, you automaton freak. No, I can no longer bring myself to care. This hollowed out vessel's beginning to creak, so take control. Let's see how you fare.
Howdy! My volitions, my physical instruments, and my non-binary half-lights. It's me! Creed. Why am I annoyed? That song was the Hard Acoustic. Technically, it's not really a cover so much as it's a redux of the song, The Mind Electric. Highly recommend listening to the full trilogy of that. It's very good. Anyways, today I'm joined by a squirrely little bingus. It's...
Liz. Me.
Really? Okay. You could lie, you know. They can't tell.
What? No.
Anyways, today we're playing a bit more Disco Grabibium. They call me the Grabibibium. Anyways. Sorry for the delays. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 because my friends were available to play... My friends were available to play Baldur's Gate 3, and we haven't played since the start of February. And so I was like, if I have the opportunity to play a bit more of this game to keep getting through that, I'm going to do that. And now I'm playing a bit more of this game to get through this one as well, because I'm in so many really long video games, I need to chunk through them when I can.
Video games.
Games killed the tabletop bards.
Sure.
Jen said, it reminds me of something you can hear from Dag Ames. That makes sense. I've used to listen to a couple DA Games songs back during the FNAF times. We don't speak of the FNAF. Why don't they sell Disco Elysium merchandise? You ever think about that?
Yeah.
I've yet to see a single pair of Disco Elysium socks sold at a GameStop.
I know you can buy Kim's jacket. I think that's still a thing.
I would like to buy a magnet sheet of all of the, thought boxes.
Oh yeah, I remember, they actually did. I'm not sure if they still do, but I know they did sell those metal posters. I think they call them disc plates or something.
Disc plates, yes.
Yeah, they sold those for all the different skills.
That's cool. The skills look very awesome. The art style is amazing in this game.
What's funny about the display skill art, though, is that it's like it was the art that they were originally going to update the game to have, because they were going to update the skill art at some point, but then they chose not to because it was not well received.
Really? I need to see
Yeah.
what they were supposed to look like.
Let me find it.
No Name said, well, if it isn't one of my favorite NV tubers, wouldn't it be closer to be an NB tuber? Am I right? Am I right? Gamers, am I right? I require confirmation as to whether or not the thing I said is indeed correct. Can I get a what? Pog. Anyways, get your groves on. It's time for the disco time, a subsect of time disco, a generia of discs like CDs, and that thing in Voyager. Okay. Might be because there's a big legal fight. Some dude stole the rights, and it's a big fight right now. Gwa, says Lumicon. It's time for neurodivergence. This is a bit more than neurodivergence. This is like neuro subsections. This is neurodemocracy.
Why is it so hard to find a
Why is it so hard for this game to load?
Why is it so hard to find like a full picture of all the updated skill art, or like the original thing they wanted to change it to?
I have no answers to the questions that you seek. Seek last. Oh shit! The video game.
Avery, I'm gonna post this in DM since it'd probably be weird to put it in the stream chat in the server, since they would not have context for it. Actually,
Context?
I'll put it in stream chat anyways.
See this thing you have linked me. You've not linked me anything. Well, there it is.
There, I put it in the stream chat. Oh, also, Avery, you are not streaming your game. For me, I mean.
Yeah, 1 second. I just wanted to screen capture this real quick. So everyone else can look at the things as well. I will definitely screen share the game to you real quick. Screen share Disco Elysium. Oh, frame rate. But okay, these are the ones that they were stop that.
Oh no.
It's because my Alt key on this keyboard is different. It's like slightly off of where it's swapped with where the Windows key normally is. So instinct, I keep pressing the Windows key as the Alt key. Yeah, so these were the planned update ones. Let me look up Disco Elysium. Reddit. Okay, so let's see. Logic, pretty much the same. Encyclopedia's pretty much the same. Rhetoric's pretty much the same. Drama's pretty much the same. Conceptualization's pretty much the same. And visual calculus pretty much okay, so all the logic ones were pretty much they were done and done. Volition was a bit bright, it became a bit brighter. Inland Empire also a bit brighter. They're using a bit more teal in the
main
emotion one so far.
The main thing is that like they added more colors, because you notice how like the like int skills like aren't monochrome.
Yeah, they're like they look very similar. I don't think they added that much color to those ones.
Well, no, I meant like how they made it so all the other skills are like how the int ones are.
Oh, I see. The int ones are already multicolored. The other ones aren't as much, so they're making them like. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing it now. They added, as I said, they added teal to these ones. Empathy. Honestly, I like the empathy update one a lot better because I can actually now get what it's trying to depict. Like, there's a face instead of like a sort of flame light thing. Yeah, I did not notice this face here. Authority. Honestly, well, this one's kind of cool. I do like the darkness of this one. I feel like they could have added color to this one without finishing the crown and keeping, like, they could have kept it dark. Like, I think up here should have stayed, like, pitch more. Okay, these ones are switched then. Esprit de corps. Honestly, not that different, just a bit of detailing. I'm fine with it. Suggestion. I, again, did not realize that's what suggestion is supposed to be depicting. Honestly, it having eyes kind of fucks with me, but also kind of dig it. Kind of looks fucked up. I kind of want that. Suggestion should be in there. Suggestion is sociopathy, so it's good. Endurance. Pretty much the same. Again, they added teal. But pretty basic. It's like a musculature. Pain threshold. More gory and detailed. I actually like it because now it's more clear that there are things like stabbing in. Physical instrument. I will never understand what it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be implying, other than a body with like a cone, for, like a cylinder for a head. But now it has, like, lines on it, which is nifty. I'm not going to complain about lines. I kind of like electrochemistry having the, like, white kind of jag in the middle of it. It makes it look a lot more electric, which fits. I'm down for that. I hate electrochemistry on a root sense, but, you know, there it is. Shivers looks a lot cooler. Shivers is a lot cooler in this beta design. What the fuck? Why don't we have this Shivers? It's a lot, yeah, this one has, like, the little zigzag. This, look how fucking zigzag now. It's like the little thing is like the spinal column, because it's the chill up the spine. Yeah, that's awesome. Half-Light. Yeah, Half-Light's expression in the base one is terrifying. Go on.
I prefer the expression on, like, I like how the updated art has like more depth and like more usage of colors.
Yes.
But I much prefer the vanilla expression because it seems more scared.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking of here. Like, I like the colors and details, but this the expression base Half-Light has of just this mix of like panicked terror fits Half-Light a lot better. Because Half-Light is you have a split second to make a decision. You are terrified right now. Hand-eye coordination, a skill that really needs a different name. Lot of hands. It's a bit more clear about the hands details in this, which I kind of appreciate. Perception. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be. Again, with a lot of it's like, oh, I see what they were going for. Yeah, this is a lot clearer of what. Oh, I'm kind of in the way, but like, it's a lot clearer of what this is supposed to be. Like, I'll move myself. I'll move myself over a little bit. Nope, did that again. Like, it's a lot clearer what this is supposed to be. It has like a bunch of tentacles and tendrils going into the eye and the nose and the ears. And there's like little ones coming down to the like... Yeah, it's a lot clearer. Like, it's not just a bunch of weird shapes going towards like a weird like orb. It's clearly that's the head. Reaction speed. Actually, it would be better if I keep it here, because you can see it a little better there. Reaction speed. I like base reaction speed better. I like there's more color. I think that's a good thing. But it does not have as much blurring as regular reaction speed. Because reaction speed, you cannot make out any clear face other than like a couple silhouettes, because it's a head looking around every direction as fast as possible. This one is just like there's multiple heads facing different directions.
Yeah.
Savoir-faire. Look. I have no idea what this is supposed to be other than a torso with 6 arms coming out of it. It just made it more clear that it's a torso with 6 arms coming out of it. I don't really know what to say about this one. Might be is it a hand with 6 fingers? Is it a torso? Is it legs? I don't know. Savoir-faire shouldn't look like that. I don't care in the beta one. I don't care in the actual one. Both of these are bad. They're not savoir. They do not make it clear what savoir-faire does at all. All the vibe says is phalanges to me.
Also, it should be noted these aren't beta designs. These are like what they were like
it's like it's the plan. Okay, gamma designs then. They're gamma designs.
Because it was originally they were going to update the skill art for the final cut edition of the game, but then they didn't.
Yeah, and they should have, because a lot of these are a lot better, and the ones that aren't as good, aren't that much worse. The originals of like Authority one are better, but like I could still appreciate what they are. Interfacing, it's fine. I like the Gamma one better. It has a bit more glowing, a bit more shading. And finally, composure. There really wasn't much you can do with composure, so the fact they added a bit of red to it makes it work. I can appreciate this.
Well, AV, are you ready to disco the Elysium?
No. And that's the end of the stream.
Also, I should ask, am I too quiet tonight at all, by the way?
Oh, no, you're audible.
Okay.
And speaking of audible, over 500,000 books exist, just in general.
What about Broadable? Listen to this, Broad.
Thoughtable.
Audible. You can hear it.
Audible. There's...
Avery, do you remember what you were doing last time?
Oh, absolutely not.
So...
Nope, I got it. Don't worry. I figured it out immediately, because I am an omniscient genius.
Yeah, you ended the day last stream, so you are now on fresh start on day 3.
RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
Horse-faced woman.
I would really
Yeah, now
prefer
that,
not to talk to you right now.
So now that it's day 3, there are a lot more NPCs to talk to.
I see. I'm in a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Hold on, are you a cop of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
No.
Here's the real deal.
Thanks, Kim. Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Do you want to bring joy to the world? Why? I bring word of the end to come! It's cool to see the come. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. This is tough. It's either I thought we were the only ones, or why I bring the word of the end of the end to come.
I do really love the I bring joy to the world.
I'm a deeply flawed individual, but I bring joy to the world. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Actually,
You also say you were the only one. Thought I were the only ones. That one's just funny.
I thought we were the only ones.
No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What
What
did
precinct-
you want?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
The sunglass-wearing man pushes through his
You're
teeth.
getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Thanks, conceptualization. I like that I put points on a conceptualization. I feel like the arts really come in handy. You're the police,
Also,
right?
What do you think of this woman's name?
That they have a face like a horse. Is there a problem with that? Wait, chat's been saying things. Oh, go on.
No, I was just saying it's just very silly that you see this person and your brain assigns them that name.
Yeah, they're horse-faced. Pinpoint reviews of Let's Hear. I don't know what to call it. It's terrifying. Why it's so zoomed in. I'm gonna call it my explosion express because I always look to create string assign it's gonna make the explode mind. What a blade input followed by corresponding sound waves that fool my brain to believe that you're all real. I like to think it's Creed's PTSD kicking in. Hi Penrose. Hi Penrose. Hi Penrose. I might set my mouth on fire with spicy chips, but chat on screen and is way the fuck behind for me. Let me refresh real quick. Much better. Authority reminds me of those things Roman empires had. Helmets? Or, the sort of like floral crown vine things. Garlands. Yeah. When I have a hunch that might be the point. Authority reminds me of the main character from the Hades game, Zangoose. It's Pyramid Head, Zagreus. Anyways, based Zangoose. And I should have more eyes. Can't see past her head. Kind of like the messy portraits. Beta looks more like tendrils. Final looks like smoke. It's definitely a torso, has chest and a stomach definition. The two problems are that they use too much smoke and mix things together too much. Yeah, I do like the clear details of the Gamma designs. It just looks a lot messier for some, but not all. Now quickly, get Kim, he's not actively being hot and sarcastic, something's wrong. Okay, bye. This stream is brought to you by Squarespace. Today's sponsor is Inaudible. The sponsor of today's stream is Kreed Fumo. Look, we can't stop wasting my money on Kreed Fumo. Everybody's spending their money on Kreed Fumo nowadays. Everybody loves Kreed Fumo. Well, let's do a wide selection of things. Too bad. Today's sponsor is the Wrath of God. Creed, if I sponsor a stream from you, I'm gonna need you to say the word moist at least 15 times. I'm always saying the word moist. I said moist earlier today when describing my Minecraft house. The amount of money I spent in Creed film was like that one person on Mako stream who kept on giving Mako $1 to say the things of thing. There are a lot of simps for Mako that give him a lot of money, either in a bunch of tiny messages or in large bunches like Mad Mosen and that other person. People simp like crazy for the fucking femboy catboy. Nobody simps for me. Where's my money cow parasocial relationships? You can pretend to love me and give me money? I won't stop you. I'm kidding. You guys don't gotta do nothing. No, you have a donation bar down there if you wanna lend a hand over there to make my computer stop catching on fire. Ooh, Kim. Oh, yeah, you have only 2 cops existing. The police force has been eradicated. Avery's lock-in face so I don't know, or sometimes they're all like, and then other times like, Hi, God, don't call it the lock-in face. It makes me think of that one Parasite meme that's been getting popular. I don't know what that is. That's why it's called, it's rewind time. I can't unhear the music. Money cow, parasocial relationship. We're all broke families. Time. You're gonna simp for you. What are you talking about? Yeah, but you don't simp for me in a monetary way. I don't get any cash from your appreciation. All I get is appreciation. What am I gonna do with that? Have self-esteem? I'm only here to cat face and that's it. If we type fast enough, they will never reach the present. Too bad, I reached the present. You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You? No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A horse-faced woman.
Oh, that'd be mean.
A policeman. I'm gonna say nothing and just let them answer.
I just want to do my job, that's all. I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
Is he the
Me?
police?
No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
I'm just looking at...
You? No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses.
Policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job, that's all.
Okay, goodbye.
You look like shit.
Your rough face flex the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
You look like shit, asshole! I don't look like shit. I know. It's intentional. The last couple of days have been rough. Looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that does. I'm never gonna get this case solved. Looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that does.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm going by here.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
Even 58%. Wait, is this the sheriff guy we saw during the original Supreme Court, but wearing sunglasses and a wig to disguise their appearance? Like the police chief, more or less?
Who knows?
Because I just recognized the outfit in, like, the rest of the face besides the sunglasses and things.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell the truth, do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
69! 9999999. You need to report your missing badge to the 41st Precinct as soon as possible. Okay, because yeah, I think I'm from the 41st. Him's the 57th.
Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
Gives you a long, meaningful look and adds,
Somewhere good.
let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
All he said was okay, but not, oh, the hypothetical 4-1? Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. How would a relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Like, partners in crime? Or he's like a cool guy. I'd love me to have you as my partner. It's been a bit of a drag, no offense. It's cooler than you!
I'm
Damn.
sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
Oh, but
The lieutenant is silent.
he's a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim's my partner. He's going to know. That's kind of mean. Like, I don't want to be nice to the guy. No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then? Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partner. Would you now? or would
Actually, I
be
shouldn't have
cramping
called
your
you my
style?
partner. Kim is my partner.
I'm
He's
not your partner. This union is temporary.
A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off. When that happens, I suggest you take his advice.
Ugh.
The lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
He says, shaking her head and looking at the man with the listed approvingly. Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
Who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want me to tell you more about him, or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Well, fair.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by this sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
I can't imagine it anymore. Conclude. I don't think there's anything else to say from these other ones.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Like partners in crime, or?
No, because in this thought experiment, we are police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on. Stop it.
Can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His gray eyes suddenly flash out the glass frames. They feel sad.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Hmm.
It's not my style, he thinks. glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
I see. What's a question for you? I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
A prophet? A revolutionary? Sack of shit? A megastar? I don't know, you tell me. Like a man down on his luck? I'm trying real hard, man. Really. It's honestly a pretty good one. Like he's trying to be this dumb. He's like, dude, we're trying here. We just realized we had a memory a little while, like 3 days ago. We have, like, realized that we have been a sack of shit for whatever amount of time prior to that, and since that moment, we've been trying to be a good person. I apologize for the things I can't remember.
Oh, well, go solve your case then. That would count as trying hard.
He seems taken aback for a moment.
Who does this asshole think he is? A cop?
Now will you answer some questions for me?
No,
Why not?
because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
You don't want to answer questions. Maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Is this like the station therapist or like negotiator? They're a mediator of some sort?
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Thanks, reaction speed. Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged. I have a little problem. The person who was hanging is still hanging there. I still haven't taken him down.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
You don't look.
You know what? It must be because he's buff. He looks like he works out, like he's got the devil on his back.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is
What?
it?
Why did physical instrument pop up and heal you?
Because this buff.
Okay, why not?
Oh.
Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
No problem. The person who was hanged is still hanging there. I still haven't taken him
You're
down.
not shitting me, Millen. I can smell it all the way here. The whole town stinks.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
Can you maybe help?
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. And that might cramp it, you see? Helping you.
Why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Okay, see
want
you
something
around.
More. Watch out for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Voice, I recognize it.
Oh really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called it in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
I have a bit of point to your head memory trouble.
You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
No, this whole interaction was perfectly normal.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're in the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, I just have to ask, are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd
I
you
like
say?
how he says he can't believe this shit, and then the narration says he shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
I'm going to say no. Just to see
I
what
don't
you'll say to that.
remember you from anywhere.
God fucking shit.
None of this is great news for him. Okay, I was clearly wrong.
Okay.
He is a firefighter.
Yes? What is it?
Look, something's really bugged me. Are we or are we not from the same police station?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
So apologetically.
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
That is entirely possible. You clearly have amnesia from like 3 days ago. It's a blatant plot point. Are you with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
He seems like a cool guy.
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Nothing, just
The
wondering.
sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home. Of course I'm with him. Why
You look
do you
cute
ask?
together.
And you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
I haven't bathed in the last 3 days. It is fair.
Please, let's not turn this
And
into
probably
another
not much
exchange,
prior to that
okay?
either. Well, that was a fun exchange.
So Avery, what
Oh,
do you
hello,
think of
dear.
those?
There you are again.
Well, this is my old partner, and this is a police mediator. Hello, ma'am.
I've got nothing to say to you.
So Avery, are you ready to try and talk to the Hardy Boys?
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branch.
Yes?
No, I don't want to talk to those fools. They cramp my style, don't you know? Can I talk to the radio and ask if they know about this guy with sunglasses?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I'm on the radio for now.
57, over and out.
Oh right, you could
in the cabin, you see
This is
one,
Precinct 57.
Can I come to Sylvie again?
Just a second. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes. Hello?
Hey, so it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Wait, how did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
I'm missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform too. God, I should have really looked at it. Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me. What's that? I don't need to answer.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Sounds beyond exasperated. Show you my gun. When did it
You were
happen?
trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
Stop, says Leah. I'm not sure she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food, I don't think he touched it after.
That's not cool.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
What happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Hey, I found my patrol cloak earlier, but have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
I see. So we never showed up in our uniform. So our uniform isn't missing, we've just never had it. Well, we were just never wearing it.
I wonder if you'd be able to do the first option again, since didn't you talk to Gart about Sylvie?
You quit your job at the Whirling
You
Line.
mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. What? No, why would you even think that? Please.
God, what?
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Yeah, thanks.
You hear
Anything else I can help you with? 57?
in the cabin, you see
Poor Sylvie.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
It's over now.
Wait,
Yo, What's up?
There's a new dialogue option.
Stuck in the rain.
See how
in
my
a
commander knows about
traffic jam.
drugs?
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking?
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Let me just be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
a rhymesmith. This
Oh?
is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking. Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Fantastic.
Rhymesmith.
Rhymesmith. Stuck before the initial. Kreed, did you go to the ride and try to punch the racist buff guy? I did punch the racist buff guy.
They knocked him out.
I did a spinning kickflip thing.
360 spin kick.
Yeah. The corpse is still in the tree. We have done nothing about it. Yeah, we looked at it and tried yanking on it, but then we're told very much to stop yanking on it.
Well, you do have the option of letting Measurehead out.
I'm not letting Measurehead go there. That's a terrible idea. Being corpse much longer. Bread, Hershey chocolate sauce, cheese, microwave instead of pig. They sound familiar. Why does his porch look like this guy's name's Earl? That's kind of racist. Who do you think might be conducting the drug trade, then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
Conceptualization. He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. Come on, conceptualization.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already
I love-
mortified.
I love conceptualization being like starting a sentence and then be like, no, what are you doing?
No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen, she fucked me till I bled.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck this case, fuck everything, total doom.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
I got a good cop, bad cop point at some point.
Oh,
And-
they gave you a +1 for the...
Yeah, he liked my poem because I was emotional about it. Even if it wasn't good, it was honest.
What do you see in
In
his
his
eyes?
eyes,
Yes!
an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further.
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revershaw, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
What's beyond the border?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the reverie. I'm a cop, I can fix anything. Really, you can tell me? Hell, I get longing. I've felt something similar since I woke up. I can't see it. Also, from the sunset direction through the checkered fields of the farm, upstream the river Esperance, past Martin. Approaches. You can't see it out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheek. And first stands tall Lordred with sad eyes.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
So it's either I miss someone but I don't know who it is, or no, I feel hunted. Half-Life was an easy success, but Inland Empire was a medium success, so I would assume Inland Empire is the better option here. Because that would be, I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
That was cool.
Tommy's a nice guy.
Why did this blink at me for a second?
Why did it yank at you?
Why did you stink?
Oh hey, there's the one dude you haven't talked to yet.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
I see.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
Gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
It was snowing. Everything would be cool. Penrose, piss yourself.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
What about, you know, pile of boxes he's sitting on?
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some money. Where are you from, Siline?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
You're not local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
What's called that? Lots of apricots there.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
I got worse chances for underprivileged grandma. So they have humanitarian aid written on them. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
I think one said not for resale in the packaging.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait, Humanex, humanitarian aid.
Does your supplier drive that Humanox lorry over there? Point at the lorry with a big Humanox sign on it?
What?
The left shoulder stare at the lorry, as though he's never seen a lorry in his entire life.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
It whips out his blue notebook and makes a note.
We'll need more if we're going to pin this one down. he thinks.
Humanitarian aid
Good
macaroons.
questions, though. Sharp eyes, officer.
How much are we selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true he doesn't need permits to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Wait, but what are we doing here if there are no permits?
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state.
Gamble it, Creed. At least I don't leave corpses and trees and threaten suicide and praise money. That was a past life. That's not representative of our main man, Firewalker. Greeds think this guy might try to scam you. What makes you think that? Unfortunately for you, Silang, Creed has never worn pants since they started playing. I'm not a pants-heavy kind of person.
Creed doesn't even wear pants in real
Gosh, me
life.
right. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus. Well, I expect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. I can think of cooler things. But you're for now. I'm protecting the business interests of foreign nations. You need to stay alone. An officer of law, an officer of common anarchy.
Yeah, cool ruins. I get to sell quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your house, live in a crater, or in a tree. Where can you do that? Only here. Good job.
You glance.
It's beautiful.
It is.
That's right.
If you wanted...
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state. Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs. Good job.
You glance around.
It's beautiful.
It is.
That's right.
If you wanted...
My man, officer.
I kind of want to say this one.
It's possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business.
But I feel like Kim might hate me for it.
State.
Do I want to say this if Kim might hate me for it, Liz?
I don't think Kim will be necessarily mad at
Yeah,
you.
that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great.
Discount for cool
It's
officer like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
If everything's on sale, then nothing's on sale, Silang. Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Oh, then let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
He really likes saying the word cool.
Let's dab on the chances. Boom!
No need to
Fuck.
dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
You, I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But
So,
why, officer?
Because I am corrupt. I don't really remember how it works, though. Being corrupt, I mean.
I love the question mark.
I don't know. It's the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow. I'm not going to say corrupt because that's bad for Kim, I presume.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
I'm not dead
Are
serious.
you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
The man grins as if the entire incident is already forgotten. Look around.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
I see.
The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving.
Look, find something worth salvaging from that pile of racks.
Something
Nice.
cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof, practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Got composure, but let less shivers.
I love endurance saying it's the peak of the
Yeah!
apex.
Nothing is better than it!
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Plus reaction speed, plus hand coordination, less encyclopedia.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
Thanks!
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
The sneakers, though. Doesn't anyone want the sneakers? Poor little speakers, pat them. But I looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
These one
No, don't
Well,
look
see,
at the
doesn't anyone want the
speakers
speakers?
of these, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
These one a small
No,
Pat little
don't-
speak-
no,
posters.
don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran
Don't pity
garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun
Don't
ultras
pity them.
instead.
Can I just buy the sad conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk. But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Okay, I need $50.50.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
Go
a variety
on.
of shapes and colors.
I do love
You
sunglasses.
like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Chase press sunglasses, put the right under your nose. Try the shades on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy! Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible for these.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
I don't need electrochemistry and losing logic, so fuck you on that one.
The
These
shades
are
of
all boring.
self-destruction.
Boring,
Ah.
third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Why did Red Gold 2 just run in here and say Sisyphus? What do you mean Sisyphus? Like the guy who with the rock?
The guy who with the rock.
The guy who with the rock! How else can I describe Sisyphus? I'm either describing Sisyphus or the starting character of Rust. Because you're 38 cents off the sunglasses. I don't want the sunglasses! I don't like electrochemistry!
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Conceptualization, come on! Maybe I find something interesting in the box.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Turn Lieutenant, Kim, are the firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
He says, looking up from his browsing.
Don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
He gives just plus perception. Amphibians.
Frog eyes.
That's pretty good hat. Like, how does it compare to my regular hat? What was that?
I like how that only shows up if you fail the check.
Yeah. You gotta suck at finding things.
That frog hat is funny because it's like I've seen so much fan art of like I've seen a lot of fan art of the protagonist wearing a frog hat.
A rusting control panel with loose wire. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then...
So Avery.
Hi.
You want to know a thing that you missed here?
What?
Since you never came over to the waterlock during the daytime, there was an NPC here you could talk to who like tells you the bridge is down, but on Wednesday it was going to be they were going to bring over workers to fix it.
Yeah.
So that is why there were dudes standing there, and now you can use the console.
Well, I figured that by the thing saying that the water lock will be fixed on Wednesday.
Oh. Well, yeah, if you came there on the daytime, then there would be an NPC here who would tell you that.
Ah.
He gives you a
The lock
sausage.
starts moving.
Gives you a what?
Gives you a sausage
Oh.
that you can share with him.
I missed out on sausage?
I
Fuck
think
this
it was-
game.
It's some sort of meat.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
Yeah, Avery, that is like the other half of the world map.
I figured as such. Say nothing to me.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Ah, racist.
Hello, compatriot. You have something to discuss?
You're a man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Just a long drag and a cigarette.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they make Al Ghul alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take you're not smuggling drugs out of
Not
Martinez.
in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I wish I had sausage right now. Chat, please buy me
I
sausage.
don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
What are you staying away for? Most other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Why did this game have to invent slurs just to be able to use them as frequently as they want in this game?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on the way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Drugs? You know, they know they can't beat us in a fair fight.
I agree. It's our responsibility
So
to keep
they have
this
to
poison
get
off the
us
streets of
to
Revachol,
weaken
right?
Ourselves. Look, I'm gonna be straight with you since you're my kin. I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. You're a cop. I'm not an idiot.
Fair enough.
What do you think?
There was a bunch of spilled...
Yeah, since you left, I haven't had any. It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs to Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right?
That's the one, brother. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
Everyone looks at you with appreciation and
He's
understanding.
your man, alright. 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Can you pay Slang a visit then?
Guess so. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang.
I guess a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he...
Like, I assume he's doing shady shit, but I don't think he's the drug dealer.
His tribe
He's
are
very
natural
confident that
liars.
everything he's doing is above
It's
board.
in their blood. He's your man, alright? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it.
Guess so.
Actually, while we're here, excuse me, I need to go to fucking whatever the store's called.
Treat.
Reet.
With 3 T's. For some reason.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Insert
Your
bottles.
bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears
Hey.
with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. You're 100% sure you got special hobo cop money for that tier? At least 100% extra tier money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
I love
You see
Inland
several
Empire coming
packaged
in saying like,
raincoats fill a
he
low
got
shelf.
extra hobo money.
Hobo money.
Is this about...
Main man.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Physical instrument, my man!
Let's talk about our right to work.
I'm just gonna leave now.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of what.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorry man.
Anything of interest? In here?
An old monument.
Women. Gotta go, gotta hurry, gotta scoot. Silang! Are you a criminal?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Silang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I actually don't like drugs.
That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said I do because I didn't want to sound lame. Peer pressure.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
Looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating narcotics crimes like that? But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
So you are a lorry man. Another driver's identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
He is a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
I see. So you were embarrassed to tell me?
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole. With ingenuity.
Sir, do you know about the drug operation in the harbor? Sound like my sources tell me that you're the one transporting drugs to the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Who's grooming? What do you know about the drug operation in the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd?
Fair.
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd. whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
You're afraid of... Who are you afraid of, Sunline?
Look, there's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice. You have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Sunline. Help us out. No one will know it's you. I like this. This is a lot more threatening, but I like this one because he's cool.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Is the lady driver that old woman back there? Points to the pillar. Dazed out, strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Should be associated with the Hardy Boys.
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase.
Ratted at the lady driver.
Sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
No need to dress this way. Just...
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
But why, officer?
Because I am corrupt? I don't really remember how it works, though. Being corrupt.
It's just such a funny line.
Dude, I don't want to make this... I think this will make me lose a point against Kim, though, which makes me upset. It's really funny.
Are you trying?
Sorry, detective.
Auto smave. Quick, to the pale driver!
The woman looks at nothing.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Alright, are you the lady driver?
You just call me a lady, Harife.
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
Don't repeat it. Okay. I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Harife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone's terrified.
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
I can't believe this is the non-binary representation.
Hell yeah. Why are you scared why are you scared of the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said the long haul, that's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there, it's all just...
Shows along as if the track was on repeat.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates, and all you see is an aging woman. In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals.
And who was the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around when I have my movies to go to?
So I don't know. Thanks.
Go sim.
Who stares at you? Remind else for other matters. Okay, next person I could think to talk to. Over this way. This man, have you seen a lady driver? I'm gonna leave now. Racist!
I wonder if you could go through his dialogue options more. I know there is, like,
Hello,
a thing
compatriot.
to ask him about
You have something
if
to
not
discuss?
done so.
I'll need to check. You're not even giving me the run around. Fess up, where's the lady
I
driver?
don't know what you're talking about.
He smirks. Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? The lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Pressure arms a nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Padre Madre, that means father mother.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. Just like, maybe there's a reason the corpse has been left hanging for a week. But what if the cops are doing it intentionally as a fucking sign? This guy is, like, the guy is a racist conspiracy nut. Letting him believe a conspiracy even more is definitely a way to work him. You shout out to Kim on this one.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Occidental Alliance, Kim's Bluff, I saw you do Kevin. 97%?
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Hell yeah.
Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry, where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuck it? I'm gonna go on police radio and say this guy told Madre to fuck off. This one's a good one. Because we do know his lorry. We could use that to scare him.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably.
Ugh.
I haven't even seen her for days.
What exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Avery, the reaction you had when he said that word.
Yeah, I was not expecting it.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Got a smoke? Right, I'm going.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
How are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Tool not equipped. I think it would be very funny if you could somehow break it open without the pry bar. Oh, you're gonna see what it
This
is.
screen found, A to Z, contemporary, pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing at the window.
Oh.
A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces.
Damn, I was hoping there would have been dialogue for not having the pry bar out. Just smack your hands against it.
This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand. This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand.
Evo.
Yes.
Avis.
What?
Lead.
I want to break it with my bare hands.
This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand.
Avo babavo.
Yo, what?
What are you
This
doing?
screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand.
I want to break it with my bare hands. I don't have the item out.
This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in.
I could just take the pry bar out and then get a much better roll. But I just want to see if it says anything funny if I hit it while not holding the pry bar.
This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand. This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in hand.
Pry bar in hand. Let's see, what's Chapman saying? Can I ban... No, you cannot ban Jade in 3011 because they're eating a weird sandwich. Based NB representation. It's not really gender dysphoria, it's existential dysphoria. Fair enough. All bigots talk big but are absolute cowards. Valid. Except for Measurehead. Measurehead is like the only, like, actually, like, confident one because of their insane worldview. They are so deluded into thinking they're right that they're not they're not aligned with their race in a sense that they think that they are superior because they want to be on the in-group. They're doing it because they genuinely believe themselves to be physically superior and try to prove that much physically. Which is freakish.
This screen found, A to Z, pry bar in
Damn it.
hand.
Like, fuck Measurehead for being a racist, but respect for his like, determination of the bit.
Pry bar.
I think it's all also interesting that Measurehead is
This screen
is a
found
supremacist who
pry
doesn't
bar
consider
in
himself a racist.
This screen found pry bar in
Like, cause he even says at one point that
this
racists are not
screen
good
found
examples of the racists.
pry bar. This screen found pry bar in
We still need to look forward to the third racist who is magical and will grant us 3 wishes.
God.
this
I love
screen
when Kim
found
just says, like,
pry bar.
just occasionally says nonsense. Like, he'll grant us 3 wishes.
Kim, the second weirdest
This
cop in the RCM
pry
after
bar
us.
in hand.
I was close on that one. That was a 2-2.
This screen found A to Z. Content pry bar in hand.
5-1.
You take
I need a 1. I need a 6-6
this screen
here.
found A to Z. Pry bar in
4-4. We're getting closer.
This screen found A to Z. Pry bar in hand.
2-2. Come on, give me a 6-6. I need boxcars, baby.
This
Give me
screen
boxcars.
found A to Z. Pry bar in hand.
That's a 4-3. That's a 7, which is the most common roll you can get on a pair of dice.
You know, given that the check
This
failure
screen
doesn't
found
mention
A
you're
to
not
Z.
holding the pry
in
bars,
hand.
I think if you get a success, it'll just still mention the pry bar too.
Oh, I know.
So I don't think
This
there's any
screen
point to
found
doing
But
this.
we'll never know
bar
unless
in
I get it. I got a 6 on one of those there. It was still a roll of 7, which is the most common roll, but, you know.
This screen found A to Z. Pry bar in hand.
And it lasts for the entire 3-hour stream
This
duration.
screen found
It could.
A to Z. Pry bar in
After the first stream, I reloaded until I could punch a kid.
This screen found A to pry bar in
Because Avery is evil.
It's not evil. I didn't reload to shoot the kid.
This screen found A to pry bar in
Avery fucked up in evil moments.
I've never been fucked up and evil in my life.
This screen found A to pry bar in
I was 6'5". Wow! Wow!
This screen found A to Z. Pry bar in hand. You take a
The sequel to this game, or whatever spiritual successor this game has, should have a different result based on how much you fail. Like, if you come close to getting the number, you should get, like, a neutral outcome, but if you really fuck it up or get nat ones, you'd get, like, a terrible outcome.
That would be a
This screen found A to Z. Pry bar in hand.
of dialogue to write.
Yes, but it would be kind of bussin' though! Would be kind of bussin' though! Would be kind of
This screen found
Avery,
A
are
to
you
goddamn
busting?
maggot. Drag your ass to
The person next to Creed whose name I forgot. No, they're not. Kuno sucks. That's Liz.
this
They are my
screen
cool
found
friend.
A to Z. Pry bar
They know a
in
lot
hand.
about firearms.
Oh,
Liz, tell us about a gun.
It really,
This
I like
screen found
either
A
you
to Z.
didn't
Pry
say it or
bar
you
in
cut
hand.
off, but you just said firearm. You know, just the one.
Yeah, they know about the... Liz, tell about the one firearm you know.
This screen found A to pry bar.
Tell us about TF2 guns. Liz, tell me everything you know about this, about the, Sydney
This screen
Sleeper.
found A to Z. Cool down the hammer of truth and justice with a firm
Hey,
punch
you
that
did
can
it.
shatter bone. You smashed through the window. Why you didn't equip and use the pry bar? Who knows? But now, release your secrets.
Holy fuck! punched it.
Yes. Now that's what I call bussin'!
I didn't think it would have dialogue. I love how it even points it, like it even lampshades it. It's like, why you didn't equip the pry bar? Who knows? Ah. Avery? Oh well? Avery? Did they say BRB before they went quiet? And I missed it. Evo. Oh, okay. I just noticed this stream at a BRB screen. I got scared for a second.
Chad, I need help with a riddle real quick. Okay, so...
Avery...
I have a spine, but I cannot stand. I have a voice, but I cannot speak. I'm known by all, but I know no one. What is it? I'm trying to... My sister came in the room and gave me a riddle. I'm trying to solve it.
Sounds like a book to me.
Yeah, we think it might be a book, but that last line is the one that's really confusing me about the known by all, but know no one. Snakes don't have voices.
Avery, was that your
they do. They
voice I heard
hiss.
for a second?
Yes, that's my sister. She's next to me. You most often recognize her from loud screaming in the background of some of these streams.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got. You said we got one book. We got snake. I don't think it's a snake. But yeah, the chat seems pretty adamant it is a book.
Adamant on book.
Yeah, the last line still confuses me, but it might be book.
Because when you
if not, it might be a specific book.
Knows all. My brain goes to specifically things like dictionaries and such, which know everything, but also knows nobody.
Yeah, but if it knows if it knows all things, that would be an encyclopedia. But it's not the item that knows it. It says that they're known by all.
Yeah.
So the book is known by everyone, and it's hard to think of a book that's known by everyone.
That is true.
Like, the concept of book, I assume, is a pretty well-known thing, but not everyone knows it. So it's something that everyone knows.
I am not great at rings.
Why?
No, I'm just not good at them. But I get it. Like, it sounds like book, but, like...
It might not be a book.
It might not, is the problem.
Inner monologue. It can't be an inner... It says, the one that's making it very book is the spine. That it has a spine and it cannot stand. Like, I understand you could stand a book up, but it can't physically stand.
There's also,
but there are other things that have spines, like cactus.
A microphone stand as well. It's got a stand.
Yes, but
and it has no voice. People speak into it.
Yes, but a microphone stand can stand.
Yes.
It doesn't have a spine, though. You're thinking the wrong way around.
There's a lot of...
It has a spine. It has a voice. It does not speak, so it does not make any. It does not make any like conversational noises.
Yeah.
It cannot stand, so it would presumably is an object, because if it's a creature, it could stand. So, what is an object with a spine?
There's also skeletons that can't stand no more.
But they don't have voices.
They don't. They used to.
That...
I'm flabbergasted at this. I can see you're thinking very hard on this.
A baby!
A baby?
A baby can't stand. And it can't speak, but it can make noises like that because there's a voice. Comes with a spine. And everybody knows what a baby is, but a baby doesn't know jack shit.
Comes with the...
Is understandable. Actually, I see that.
Babies come with spines.
That's
a good thought. I'm gonna have to tell everyone about that.
Yeah,
one.
that's my unique idea into this conversation. Baby. You can go back to the conversation with the confirmed baby wedge to this conversation.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, chat. Also, hi.
Scream less.
No. My forte, what I'm good at.
Alright, let's get back to the game.
Babies and their complementary spines.
Babies come with spines! It's a well-known fact about babies! Have you ever seen a baby without a spine? I don't think so. Okay. Hearing her talk normally is odd. No. Da baby. It's not da baby.
Da baby.
Every sleeper has never seen a spine rot baby.
Spine rot?
For sale. Baby spine. Never used. For sale. Baby
God.
spine. No baby.
God awful.
For sale baby shoes. Huge baby. Go on.
For sale baby shoes. Heavily worn. Like someone ran a mile in them.
Baby shoes for sale. Not enough. Need more baby shoes.
Also, I was gonna say, I like to imagine, like, the pausing of the gameplay is less you not clicking the button and more so Kim is just in stunned silence that you broke it with just a punch.
Yeah, you called down the hammer of truth and justice. Just crash it. Didn't need it, didn't want it, but we got it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
What are the posters?
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's the smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably grenade number 5.
Stay center hold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why didn't glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Back up in the cabin.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Does this person have a weak leg?
In the front, and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Pull out the pull-out
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the
It's an
newspaper.
issue of Petty Ferrique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
I see.
These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Who's there on the radio?
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why do we need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
There's nothing we could do with the radio.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Close the door.
You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Saying something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed. Or maybe it's used to
Ultra
tap into our sea
low
networks.
amplitude Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. You can't prove the N does not stand for Nicaragua.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Influences are, but they're probably better way to connect.
What about the movie posters?
What would you do about the movies? How did they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women in there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well...
He doesn't say more.
Unimportant.
How do you think this connected to the Union? Wait.
Don't be fooled.
Maybe they're a cinephile.
Yes, well...
Unimportant. Don't be fooled.
Could the film industry be involved?
I'm going to say no.
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
The RCM opened an investigation into
We
this.
should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay. Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
To Joyce!
The joints.
I'm surprised we haven't leveled up.
Oh, you know.
I like playing at the maximum zoom out. You could see the world coming into view.
You look so small. You look tiny. Look teeny tiny. Avery.
Hi.
What if I squish you like a bug?
I would probably explode into gore. I'd get better though.
You're back.
It's better.
Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Hey look, we leveled up!
You did it.
Wait, where are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
That makes me want to drink an iron brew.
An iron brew?
An iron brew. The famous Scottish soda? It's like bright orange, tastes of metal and bubblegum.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, Blank talks about it all the time. Blank loves the stuff.
Really?
Yeah, blank. It's like the Scottish Lifeblood soda. My local store near me sells it in the international department.
Avery,
I've drinking it once before.
Send me a can of it through the mail.
Liz, I'll tell you what. If I ever meet you in person, I will hand deliver one to you. Was that about a
Avery,
bloodbath? What was that?
Do you think we'll ever meet in real life?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
How are the lynching and strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Are we ever going to get on the boat? No.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
What if we made a mercenary organization of solely people with PTSD? I think this is a good idea. Listening to these French accents triggered my engineer senses. If you want to join me afterwards, I'll think about it. What would y'all do if you had a pocket chem? I'd love a pocket chem. Imagine being this big criminal organization you get found out by the world's most mentally fucked up detective. I think that's just the plot of this game.
So, what happened?
We are apparently one of the best detectives ever. We're just also a little fucked in the head.
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
I see.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
That's not ideal.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
Thanks, Half-Light, for being correct in this matter, because I was thinking the same thing. You've made a that's not really nice. I have to say, this is not disco. Boy, oh boy, is that not good! The investigations team up, you know, share resources and talent. This is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs.
Why is this a challenging thing? The Half-Light, What are you talking about?
Houses drenched in red, blood gushing down Rue de Saint-Cispar. The whole place mopped with a giant red rag. Fresh bullet holes for all the old buildings.
See, Kim? This is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about!
Oh no.
Wash it nice and clean. It's a pretty bleak scenario you're describing. This is, as I said, I like to do whatever's the most mentally disturbed thing to say. I mean... This is what I've been going on about this nonsense for a while.
Have you?
I have Apocalypse Cop.
I mean, I guess. This is a weird...
See, that's what these people, that's what the Half-Light shivers are telling me about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
Opener of the Fifth Seal, warn them of the coming 8 times! She's been unlocked! Wash it nice and clean. Don't be fucked up. See, it happened. Too many things could... I can't say that too much. It's pretty blistering. Shudder.
It will not be a pretty sight.
It's a pretty bleak scenario you're describing.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What are you telling me about the Cornell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
That lines up with what we learned on the actual armor.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Escort missions?
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
I think maybe the Colonel went a little native during the course of his duties.
I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective.
What, going native?
Yes.
Feels like there's a good response here, but you're not coming up with one. Carry on.
Thanks, Rhetoric.
Medium failure.
Medium failure. I don't have the brain skills. I don't need them. They're useless to me. Rhetoric with the 0!
You could level up conceptualization to 5.
I could level conceptualization up to 5.
You also have all, like, any other skills you could bump up or boost. Well... Avery.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay, let's see. We can internalize. We got revolutionary nationalhood. Some kind of I kind of want some kind of superstar.
What I think I might already ask this, but what political path did you want to go down, by the way?
I think it might be moralist is the one I might most lean toward, but I don't have the most points in it. So, like...
Well, the points don't really matter. That's just kind of a measure of how many times you've said it.
I like the idea of incremental change. Albeit the thing is describing this very slowly, I think incremental change is a valid way to go forwards, because at least it's going forwards.
If you're wondering, that is the Kingdom of Conscience.
Oh, right. I should probably get this. Okay, I'll internalize Kingdom of Conscience.
Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle.
It will affect my half-light, which is unfortunate. Anything else you got, I got on him?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database,
Insane
you
Clown
could run a
Posse.
better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Did you contact the company and tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passings on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
Thinking.
Are you stinking?
Okay. So, I need to update a theory. I should have pointed out that I updated this theory earlier. But the fact that our partner recognizes us is a solid sign. Because, like, they would know better than everyone that we are a fucking asshole. And would recognize our asshole fuckery, like, from the get-go. So, we probably are the actual detective. We might have been the intended murder victim. Because we, as everyone stated, are fucking crazy. We were insane, we were pointing guns around, we were drunk on drugs, like we were doing a bunch of fucked up shit, and most importantly, Sylvie left the area and does not seem to be comfortable talking to us. Did we attempt to sexually assault Sylvie and then somehow got the blame pinned on the Colonel instead, which results in him getting hanged? I keep forgetting. The past tense of like being put out a noose is hanged. It's not hung. Hung is if you were to hang something like a salami. Because, yeah, that's a possibility. I need to think on that more. But the theories are shifting and realigning as this game continues. We're involved somehow, and I don't know how.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates.
There was also that woman who was in the other, the room that we only talked to once.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
What if we killed the guy? That'd be fucked up.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
Well then. This Colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
Valid.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong. He He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
His name was?
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe.
The gunner?
Paul is a radio operator.
I see.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret in her voice.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
You're really hooking up on the nationality here, Kim.
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Not ideal. Let's see. So just as a plot recap, because where I am in Disco or Creed is in Disco are far apart and I'm dummy, are we framing someone innocent so the bunch of people don't get the death penalty? I assume that might be an option, but what our current goal might be is we need to find out who did this crime before two idiots with guns decide to kill everyone.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Just need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
+1 scab leader, murder, bad reply. What? Scab leader, murder, bad reply. Scab leader, built like brick. Didn't pass background check. Is one of the mercenaries the scab leader?
One is obviously the...
Yeah!
At the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes up by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border.
Catastrophe.
Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One's probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
Would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
I had a 1 in logic and managed to nail that. Nice. Like, I had to like, think for a second, like, wait, that was a logic roll? How the fuck did I get that?
The power of modifiers.
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
I have a question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
I've started to realize why this game has day numbers.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Free silence. Sequel Spock over the bag.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
I see. It's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos? Show the photo.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
The guard wire and takes the photo. Holds it
For
underneath.
about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's like...
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
Where's the photo paper?
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
I see.
Where is he now?
I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse. I mean, yeah, that is... So we kind of could just go talk to him.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few.
I like that she remains
Vredefort,
unfazed.
the
She's
Oronese
completely chill with us.
traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
Thanks to his heart.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Easlary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
Thanks, conceptualization.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Thanks, conceptualization. Chill? Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Good job, empathy. You're on the same thing.
Accepted.
Challenge accepted! I need the information. Mark it down. Ask Merce about tattoos.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your
Is
help.
there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for now.
Avery, go talk to the scab leader.
We're gonna talk to the scab leader. Also, we got another point, and our thoughts already filled up, so let's get rid of one of these things, because we don't need the volumetric shit compressor anymore.
Please, Avery, boost your skills.
No, we gotta forget the volumetric shit compressor. Because, like, as you said, it's only used for the one thing.
Well, yeah, but...
Endurance white checks unlocked, learn to cap from endurance raised to 4. Yeah, we don't need it.
I mean, yeah, your learning cap for it is already above 4, I think.
I say we get some sort of superstar in there. Yes, some kind of superstar. Because this one's racism, this one's also racism. I guess this fascism, racism, and capitalism. So superstar is really my only option here.
Please actually boost one of your stats.
When I feel like it, when it's actually worth it. Until then, it's not worth it. It ain't worth it till I work it.
What are you doing?
I forgot I can't get over here.
So, I should say, talking, like, that's like, Joyce, like, telling you some of the information, I don't think I ever got that in my playthrough.
I'm just that good.
To be fair, there were things that I did just legitimately forget to follow up on.
These things crap into the best of us.
I'm very curious what will happen if you actually showed the scab leader the
Kuno!
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything. Kuno doesn't fucking...
Thanks, Kuno. Corpse!
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants.
There's something I need to know, Corpse Man.
You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination. I'm a joke. Look at me.
Who are you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Coppo.
Yeah, I think you've already exhausted all his dialogue a couple streams back.
Come back later, Coppo.
I know, but I was just wondering if I can get more out of him now that I know who he is. Or at least presumably know who he is. Main man!
I can only imagine how badly this will go.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Thank you.
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Be careful. He's holding it deep in there, and there are things that that you don't want to meet. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking
He's out slowly, his giant chest deflating, his mouth slightly open.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right to work dance back on.
1 second, BRB.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm back.
Avery's Backery?
Yeah, I was helping with another puzzle.
Another.
It was, unfortunately, it was not a riddle this time. It was some sort of graph that I was having to help calculate, but I wasn't able to get an answer, but I was able to, like, at least, I think, point in a good direction. Right to work.
It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Ooh, nice, nice. I think you might... Why don't I decipher some tattoos?
Don't think so.
Friend's barely looking at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
They're on the body of the man who was hanging by the cover. It was on your kernel. Give him the photo. Remember that these tattoos were on the victim's body. Let's forget it. It was on your kernel. I feel like that's a pretty good one.
I feel like that's a bit too direct. Because remember, there's like... They said to be subtle about it.
Yeah. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colourful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
Points to one tiny star at the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips, as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Oh.
Don't interrupt him.
I don't like that the game is giving us so many warnings here.
It says pain threshold. I got a lot of health, so I'm good.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or
Breeding.
maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Say nothing.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
I see what they meant by graphic.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
evil.
Evil.
You bet it was.
What is evil?
It's just nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You were there?
No, I was in the domain, in Jamrock, being a bouncer.
Not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But
I kind of want to have it back so I can show the other one.
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
Wow, that was,
Perhaps another mercenary can tell you more about the hangman's tattoos. The so-called scab leader at the harbor gates. It won't count as one of the people informing about the tattoos, but could be interesting.
that was... I'm gonna be honest, that was chilling.
Yeah, fucked up. War sucks. Especially fucking mercenaries. I'm glad that person died in a river. The person's probably in this building, or like the other building. Actually, this building over here is a good one. I wouldn't know how to get up there. Manana, talk to me.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia, not approvingly.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
Notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile lettering his face.
You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
The man in boots at the gates couldn't have said you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise. To
His
get
promise?
me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Gonna use those to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He's taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly.
Sort of
That
technical
was-
stuff.
I did some research into this armadura.
I didn't.
Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove.
So we're looking for the, I'd assume, like the chest piece and the legs? Well, I guess the boots might be the legs, but you know.
So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing.
Chest
The
and
gauntlets the
arms.
cuirass.
Yeah, they're...
This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces, helmet... hey, yeah, leggings.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
What if I want piece? I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it. All of the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
We gotta let a few pieces of evidence out there for the new guys to get.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
I like them just like forget about the leggings. Hey, Man after my heart. Thank you for the cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
I like that he says, call me Manana, as if that's his name.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
There's a primary of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed out?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Like the Hardy Boys.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Just going to try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. It was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Thanks.
That was not at all.
Appreciated.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
First, you get a key to the door? What was that?
That is one unfortunate bug with the games. You know, very rarely you get lines of dialogue that aren't the right one.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because it's such a huge game and a small team made it that you do kind of just get lines that got kind of mixed up.
These things happen.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
That's something you can tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything.
The side of his own little link.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm a hustle grinder.
It's like a weasel. It didn't sound like a local polar weasel, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but... You know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
Yeah, I know which one you're
That's
talking
behind
about.
the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I could know about this task, this weasel person, when it'll be home.
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
It's a big sip of his flask.
He is, and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
It's not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
At least you got the benefits, that's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
The bossman. Everhart, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does Boston Union entail anyways?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
It does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Right on, brother. You shouldn't take what's not yours. It was a pretty good one as well.
Right on, brother.
Right on,
Just
brother.
the way the world works, boyadero. No, even a weak child can think. Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
You just spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Good talking to you. Gotta run.
That's why his name is Call Me Mañana. Call me later.
Call the Mama Dakwa.
He is in control when he works.
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the call du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Bonuses. +3 to perception. Golden ear. -1 encyclopedia. No for anything else. Well, good for me. I don't like logic, so we're good. That's a ton of yellow. That's a 7 in perception. Jesus, I can notice everything.
Damn, that's like nearing.
-1 in logic and visual calculus. That's so low. What was that?
But you gotta bump up encyclopedia. You need the information.
Nope, all points will be going into conceptualization. That's all I need, baby. All I need. I don't need nothing else. Hey, Measurehead, remember when I kicked your ass? Wanna talk? Wanna talk, friend? Buddy? Pal? Amigo?
The unpromising raised pupil returns.
Bye. Okay, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to da, what to do.
Should be noted that it's
Yeah, I was thinking about going to end the stream, but I wanted to head over to somewhere more centralized first.
somewhere more sequentialized.
Back here, where we always like to end things. Alright. Thank you all for coming this evening. We got a bit more progress. We figured out there's at least a woman involved. We know who the victim is, which is a big step forwards to a criminal investigation. not really as important as who did it, but who was killed is a pretty big one in it as well. Just saying. Anyways.
All right, yeah. Weren't you also running a background check on him with the radio operator, anyways?
Yes.
Yeah, you could always do that. Well,
next time.
Yeah, next time.
But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. I know I wanted this one to be a bit of a what was that?
I said for coming?
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I hope you all have been enjoying it so far. Where I wanted this one to be a bit of a shorter stream, but it still went on for 3 hours, so oh well. I might do another stream tomorrow if I have the time. Depends on how schedules go.
Stream more Disco Elysium?
No.
Do it.
No. No. No.
Do it.
No. Nah.
Do it.
Anyways, thank you all for coming. Remember to... And I'll talk to you all next time. Good night!